Imagine getting a full 8 hours of sleep, maybe even more. You wake up in the morning, open your eyes, take a deep breath, but the very first feeling you get is, I'm exhausted. Not sleepy, exhausted. As if you spent the whole night running instead of resting. As if your body slept, but your energy never came back. And what's even stranger is that this feeling has become normal for so many people. People sleep well, yet spend their entire day feeling drained, unfocused, mentally foggy, and constantly wishing they could go back to bed. Some people say, maybe I just need more coffee. Others blame themselves and think, I'm probably just lazy. But medically speaking, the truth is much deeper than that. Because constant fatigue is not always caused by lack of sleep. Sometimes the real reason is hidden inside the body itself, quietly happening without you even noticing. It could be vitamin deficiencies. It could be hormonal imbalances. It could be poor sleep quality even if you sleep for many hours. And sometimes your body is literally asking for help. What's fascinating is that many diseases actually begin with one simple sentence: I'm always tired. Hello everyone, and welcome to Aura Medicus, the medical channel where we simplify the human body in a way that's informative, engaging, and easy to understand. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we explore medical topics that affect our everyday lives and explain them in a real and scientific way without any unnecessary complexity. And in today's video, we're talking about one of the most common questions people ask around the world. Why do we feel tired even after sleeping well? We'll explore the real reasons behind waking up exhausted even when your sleep seems good enough. From hidden sleep disorders, to vitamin deficiencies, to stress, anxiety, and even medical conditions you may not know you have. And by the end of this video, you'll probably never think about fatigue the same way again. So grab a cup of coffee, or maybe after this video, you'll rethink that coffee entirely.
The first thing we need to understand is this: sleep is not just a number. Just because you slept 7 or 8 hours doesn't automatically mean your body got the rest it truly needed. Sleep is actually a very complex biological process. During sleep, the brain moves through different stages: light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, also known as dream sleep, and during these stages, the body begins repairing itself. Muscles recover, hormones rebalance, the brain organizes memories and information, and the nervous system calms down. But if any of these stages become disrupted, you can wake up feeling exhausted even after sleeping for a long time. And that brings us to one of the most important causes of chronic fatigue. One of the most common medical causes of constant tiredness is sleep apnea. This condition happens when breathing repeatedly stops during sleep. Most people don't even realize it's happening. But throughout the night, breathing may stop dozens, sometimes even hundreds of times. And every time this happens, the brain partially wakes up to restart breathing. So technically, your brain never reaches truly deep and restorative sleep. Common symptoms include loud snorting, morning headaches, daytime sleepiness, brain fog, dry mouth, mood swings, and the dangerous part is that untreated sleep apnea is linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Many people live with it for years without knowing. Iron deficiency and anemia. Imagine your body not receiving enough oxygen. Of course, you would feel tired all the time. That's exactly what happens with iron deficiency or anemia. Iron is essential for producing hemoglobin, the molecule responsible for carrying oxygen through the blood. When iron levels drop, the entire body starts functioning with less energy. Symptoms may include constant fatigue, dizziness, pale skin, rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, cold hands and feet. This is especially common in women due to menstrual blood loss. And sometimes people believe their exhaustion is mental or emotional, when the real cause is simply low iron. Vitamin B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 is extremely important for the nervous system and brain function. A deficiency can lead to fatigue, memory problems, tingling in the hands and feet, depression, difficulty concentrating. The problem is that symptoms often develop slowly over time, which makes them easy to ignore. This deficiency is more common in vegetarians, older adults, and people with digestive absorption problems. Vitamin D and unexplained fatigue. Many people think vitamin D only affects bones, but it also plays a major role in immunity, muscle function, energy levels, and even mood. And surprisingly, vitamin D deficiency is extremely common worldwide. Symptoms can include fatigue, muscle aches, low mood, weakness, general exhaustion, especially in people who spend most of their time indoors or away from sunlight. The thyroid gland, your body's engine. When the thyroid becomes underactive, everything slows down. Metabolism slows, energy drops, mental focus decreases, and people may begin experiencing persistent fatigue, weight gain, sensitivity to cold, dry skin, hair loss. What's surprising is that many people live with thyroid problems for years before getting diagnosed.
Sugar, caffeine, and energy crashes. A lot of people rely on sugar and caffeine to survive the day. At first, they provide a quick burst of energy, but soon after comes the crash. So the body enters a cycle. Fatigue, coffee, temporary energy, then an even stronger crash. And over time, the body becomes even more exhausted. Sometimes the problem isn't lack of energy, it's unstable energy. Dehydration. Even mild dehydration can seriously affect the brain and body. Not drinking enough water may cause headaches, fatigue, dizziness, poor concentration, and sometimes the solution is simpler than we think. Better sleep, enough water, and proper nutrition. Mental health and emotional exhaustion. This part is extremely important. Stress, anxiety, and depression consume enormous amounts of energy. Even if your body is asleep, your brain may remain in a constant state of alertness. That's why many people with depression say, "I sleep a lot, but I never feel rested." Because the issue is not only physical fatigue, but emotional and neurological exhaustion as well. When should you worry? Fatigue should not be ignored if it lasts for weeks, keeps getting worse, interferes with daily life, comes with weight loss, shortness of breath, chest pain, or severe weakness. At that point, it's important to see a doctor because sometimes fatigue is the very first sign of a larger medical problem. How can we actually improve energy levels? Sometimes the simplest habits make the biggest difference. Maintaining a regular sleep schedule, reducing screen time before bed, daily movement and exercise, eating nutritious foods, drinking enough water, reducing excess sugar, getting sunlight exposure, and most importantly, don't normalize constant exhaustion. Your body is supposed to feel alive, not permanently drained.
And in the end, if you constantly feel tired even though you sleep well, don't ignore that feeling. Sometimes we become so used to exhaustion that we start thinking it's just a normal part of life. We say, it's fine, everyone is tired. But the truth is, when your body keeps repeating the same signal every single day, it's trying to tell you something. Maybe the cause is simple and easily fixable, or maybe your body simply needs more attention. So listen to your body. And if you enjoyed this video or learned something new today, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Aura Medicus so we can continue creating simple and useful medical content for everyone. And tell me in the comments, have you ever woken up exhausted even after getting enough sleep? The scientific sources used for this video will be available in the pinned comment.